Seeing as how this was a nice one, man, I said, you know what? Let's start the day with some E.M.P, some early morning pimping. You feel me? I could have started a little minute ago, but I was caught up in the sunrise. Hey, like I said, some of us on that third shift life, who live that third shift life, man. Look, when the sun rises, that's when the day is over. That's when we stop. You know what I'm saying? I'm ending yesterday, just stop now that today started for some of us. It's kind of like that. But again, man, you know, early morning pimping. So let's get right to it. Yo. I said it previously. We're going to really touch hard on this. This is 2026, man, and we don't love them hoes. We don't love them hoes. So this shadow work, I'm telling you, it's getting ready to go down. But it's really more like light work. You know? Niggas is so concerned about the dark and this and that and whatever else. But bruh, I'm telling you, it's light work that motherfuckers need to do. It's the early morning pimping with you, man. I ain't gonna take too long to start dropping bombs on niggas. But like, I've kind of come to the realization, and correct me if I'm wrong or just being a weirdo. Again, it's early morning. You can tell by the voice, man. We ain't fully woke up yet. We still getting there. Early morning pimping, man. We still getting there. But you know, we go to sleep with this on our mind. We wake up on our grind. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And again, as the story goes, it must always show that we don't love them hoes. None in the least. Had a recent situation, you know what I'm saying, concerning my family members, just in general. And I was like, hey man, you know, now that I have sons, even if I had that whole shit in my DNA, I just do not feel right exposing that to my sons. I wouldn't want him to know. You know, again, life is all about perspective. But you know what I'm saying? That was the kind of the point of that, man. Back to again, we don't love them hoes, man. Life is beautiful. Who got time for that whole shit? You know what I'm saying? I really wanted to catch the sunrise. I don't know if you can really see it in the background, but really it's over there. This shit is starting to light up, but the sun is really over there. Yeah, that nigga. He's over there. Sky's starting to open up, you feel me? The clouds is getting out the way and everything. But man. It's beautiful. It's a pretty ass day. You know what I mean? Hey, you notice some trees back there? Spent some time in Florida. My daughter was off in Florida recently. And one of the things that got me about being in Florida was no trees or the lack thereof. But really just once a nigga leave Kentucky, man, I've come to realize, like, as far as Kentucky is concerned, we forest niggas. It's a lot of hills. I get the hillbilly shit. I do. But for real, it feels like we forest niggas, man. It's a lot of trees just riding through my state. And I love it, man. The trees and the birds. It's the first thing I kind of start to miss is the chirp of the birds and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in Louisville, bro. So there really are a shit ton of Cardinals and like Blue Jays and shit, nigga. We really see them. We got them a lot, nigga. Big, bright red, just as much as my mic, nigga. A bright red. Man, I should do shit from the porch. But you feel me? We in the lair, you dig? But just saying, man, life's too beautiful. It really is beautiful out there, man. For real. And sometimes, again, man, no matter where you are, what you at, man, if you on your way to the job, you can look out the window and catch you a beautiful sunrise, man. They do this shit on the news, bruh. But, you know, the alchemy, the changing lead into gold, them punk-ass feelings into championship, all-star shit, you know what I'm saying? But make turning yourself into a high value, a high caliber round, you know what I mean? So, you know, again, early morning pimping, man. You know what I mean? I'm getting ready to put this hoe to work. And by I mean my motherfucking body, myself, you feel me? Again, another reason why we in the dark, we still formless, so to speak. This early morning pimping. I'm about to go get myself together, get ready for the next chapter, you know what I'm saying? Because again, this is a never-ending story. Don't get fooled into thinking because you go to sleep, it's like this or like that. Again, hey, that's probably the first thing I'm going to talk about, too, here in a minute. Like I said, once I get cleaned up, we going to turn the lights on, the sun fully rise and shit. That's what I'm going to talk about. You know what I mean? But we get up and get at it. You know what I'm saying? You dig? When you go to work, you doing the work. You know what? How about this? This is what's on my mind, so let me just spit it out like that, right? How to work in your sleep. It is a never-ending story. We do not stop. Atreyu. To the old school niggas that know about a never-ending story, bruh. It's wild. I just thought about that shit. I'm old. I'm fucking old. But man, Atreyu, a never-ending story. It's why they make movies about certain shit, but whatever, you know what I'm saying? And even a lot about like what me and the OG kind of had rapped a little bit about, man. You see how I just pulled that back from way back? The shit that you go through, the stories and shit that you know what I'm saying, you seen. A lot of shit that you deal with as a child. You know what I'm saying? Them first 18 years shaped the next 80 for some niggas, if you lucky for that. But the first 15, 12 for some people, but them initial years shape the rest of your life and whatnot. So it's either programmed, deprogramming, reprogramming, initial phases of this, that, stages of whatever. Training never stops, perpetuus disciplinae, perpetual student. You feel me? Is how I translated it when I had took Latin classes, nigga, and I really got Wheelock's Book of Latin and on the shelf in the other room, man, for my liberal arts honors college days. But that's what I'm saying, man. That shit, you carry it with you. Early morning pimping, even for myself, man. If it's the first thing you got to do is get your mind right, you got to get in that zone. You got to, you know what I mean, put your game face on. I said it before and I'll say it again, man. Some motherfuckers are so real. Some people are so real, they don't know how to be fake. They don't understand the value of being fake. And how, in all actuality, fake is exactly how the fuck you get through life. There's like the Moors and the straw men and that whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, your name was given to you. You was born with a name, a social security number, all that shit. You are property. Somebody said, I remember during my, research and study days. Anyways, niggas is water. We are water out here. That's why on the dock, they put you on the docket. You know what I'm saying? This is water. Just like being at church and them pews is like getting you prepared to be at court. And them pews. It's almost just like, you know what I mean? So like, where's the programming in that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Again, I might be weird. I ain't gonna hold you too long. Cause it's just early morning pimping, just a little something to get us right. Cause again, as it must show, we don't love them hoes. This is not what it is. You know what I'm saying? That is not what it is. Even if it may be myself, I am my biggest critic. I cannot get out of my skin. Again, early morning pimping, the science of love. I get the books and shit be right here. So you know what I mean? But I ain't gonna grab them. It's too dark and whatever else you see. It's lighting up out there, man. We waiting on the sun to come creeping out. But yeah, man, the science of love. You love you. This is another way I might come, you know what I mean? There's a couple videos I might drop before I get out there and really get to, you feel me, get back into doing my thing. But yeah, man, you love you. And that's why you nigga, okay, there's a couple ways I could go with this, but I'm gonna try to make it short and sweet, and I'm gonna come at it from a different angle because it ruffles a lot of feathers when I do it the other way, but I do that for a reason. But I'm gonna say this, right? You can only really and truly love you. That's a fact. Love you. That is a fact. It's not no emotional this or that. We ain't got to get it. That's a fact. You only love you, and this is why your loved ones or whatever you want to call it, these niggas have to be an extension of you. You bring them into the fold and in and unto yourself, your aura. It gets bigger and bigger. It's bigger than just your personal. You feel me? You know, like I said, hey, me and my cousin, we do this all the time. We only 18 days apart. That's 2 times 9. You know what I mean? That's a hell of a number in and of itself. The 9 is a hell of a number in and of itself. But me and this nigga are 18 days apart. I literally would text him while he's trying to call me. Or we would call each other. We be on that kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? We already thinking like I'm telling you, dog. He's an Aries and I got a bunch of Aries in the background. Me and this nigga, hey, it's just natural as fuck. But I'm just saying, man, these people are an extension of you. And when you see it like that, like I said, you're not going to be so quick to smack yourself, punch yourself, hurt yourself, go step on a nail, go jump off a 2-story building type shit. You don't really do that to yourself. And you don't, again, it's about survival or whatever. So I ain't trying to go too far with it. Like you said, we already 10 minutes in. The sun is coming up. You know what I mean? The clouds are starting to break. It's getting brighter out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where a nigga want to be out there. But just in general, man, you know what I'm saying? The day is getting started. Let's get started too. You know what I'm saying? We put our backs up. You dig, straighten out your posture. But real talk, man, you got to do what you got to do. It's about survival, fam. You was given a name, like I said, you was given all of this shit. You was given a family, you was given a mother. You was born to all of this. You had no, you know what I mean? We had no chance to change any of that shit. There was no, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to say it is what it is. We was born to this. And at this point, early morning pimping, today, right now, again, 2026, dog. We've been through a lot. I've been through a lot, had a lot going on. And yo, it's going to take massive effort going forward. Like, you want it, just, What I'm trying to say is, again, even the extension of you and to tie it all back in, you can't get out of your skin. You cannot leave you. So right, wrong, or indifferent, whatever mistakes you make, you are stuck with them and you got to live with them. So the person or the other human, the other entity, the other being, this is why niggas, fuck with dogs and shit. They ain't got no choice, like pets. They got no choice. But the motherfucker who sticks with you no matter what, again, win, lose, or draw, right, wrong, or indifferent. Whether you was right, whether you was wrong, doesn't matter. They not gonna leave. I said this in one of my videos a little while back. You feel me? It was a couple months now, but it ain't that many. If you want to scroll back through my shit, it ain't that many back. But I kind of had this conversation with my son, bro. There's not any technology on the planet that's gonna change the fact that you are my son. And that is the concept when we talk about logic, just logic, not the emotion, just logic. That is the concept behind love. In my mind. In my opinion, coming from the OZ to my son, that's the concept behind love. There's no technology. So once you, again, double-edged sword, right? Emotion and logic. Once you say that shit, if you really love somebody, once you truly whatever, this is where common sense comes into play. Then that's unconditional. That's no matter what. There's nothing. Whether you go kill somebody, whether you attempt to kill me, there is nothing on this planet you can do that's going to stop me from loving you. Now I may approach you different, may handle you different, may, whatever the fuck I gotta do, but hey dog, I love you, man. You know what I mean? Now for me, I don't mean you no harm. I don't want to this, that, and the third. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Again, like I got different shit going on in my shadow and whatnot. But even with that, man, I really look, I'm trying to show you books and I'm in the dark, man. I keep telling you, man, hey, I love this shit. But keep wanting to pull out books of these niggas is so close. And again, we're gonna talk about them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I would have talked about it, got back on it yesterday, man, but yeah, we ain't gonna talk about what time it was. But you can clearly see me and the OG was going through there, nigga. We was getting it in. So yeah, man. I had to scotch. That was a different vibe in and of itself. But yeah, I had to handle my shit after that. It is what it is. But all right, man, enough is enough. I'm just saying, that's where people become extensions of you. Like I said, I got that bond with my cousin. It's like that, you know what I mean? And you can do that shit. You got your kids or whatever. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing you wouldn't do. You feel me? We got our examples. We have our this or that. Just as much as there's nothing that's gonna stop that sun from coming up, whether it's the clouds, whether we can physically see that bitch or not. You know what I mean? Hey, another, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit you with this. This is the perfect time too to really catch the sun. The sunrise and the sunset are good times to really stare at the sun. The eyes are the window to the soul, yeah? Hey, well, sometimes, I like to burn out the old shit, clear the way for new shit. It's why I like rhodonite versus rose quartz. When we talk crystals, I like the rhodonite. It's a pink and black matrix versus a solid, soft pink. It's that gentle love and whatever else. But with rhodonite, it's also got that black matrix in there, and it's more of a solid, harder, you know what I mean, like a luscious pink, more than a soft and silky pink like a rose quartz. You feel me? I like that luscious. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a Taurus, man, with all this fire in me, the Aries, the Leo shit. I can't help it, man. I like to feel. You feel me? Even the boys in Gemini, my hands can do some magical things to your body, man. I'm on that. I am on that. Again, you see what I'm saying, man? Hey, early morning pimping, man. Gotta put that part to the side, this, that, and the third, man. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. But that's another conversation. I ain't gonna get into. But yeah, man. Hey, like I said yesterday, this nigga talking about spaceship. Hey, bruh, leave my shit alone. He pull up, thumping, and this and that. I was like, hey, bruh, look. I know I could run my shit. I do need to run my shit through the car wash. But get off my spaceship, Brody. I can still float. You feel me? Oh, man, yeah. Just about a little early morning pimping, man. I wanted to share with y'all. I love you guys, man. Like I said, I had some talks and conversations with my cousins and shit, and I chose to use that. It had me thinking about y'all, man. Like I said, there's some true friends and family OZ in my channel, man. I just got a fucking notification that said something about doing this shit for 5 years, and I'm like, what? Like, that's how long we've been on the path, you know what I'm talking about? And the nigga still learning, and clearly I'm still growing and whatever else, you know what I'm saying? It don't stop, man. I love this, and y'all growing with me. So for those who have actually been here that long, and for the newbies, you might not have known OZ been in it that long, man. I mean, hey, it's it's like it. We going through it and talking about it. We living it and we running it all in at the same time, man. This is simultaneous pimping. But yeah, man. Get at me. I guess we might not catch the sunrise as much as we thought we would, but it did get a little bit lighter than what it was when we started this video. You know what I mean? Thank y'all for being here, man. More power to you and yours, whatever that may be. Again, win, lose, or draw, somebody's in your corner. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got your back. It's just like how they say, like, permission to speak freely. I used to say, you know what I'm saying, no matter what, we can play the game how you want to play the game. Now, if you want to know how I personally feel about it, or my thoughts to my this or whatever, that's me. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we, like, again, this is a writing, but a rule book of arguments type of thing or whatever. But you always want to say, like, in your opinion, because that's you, in your opinion. I'm not speaking for everybody else and whatever else, but it's kind of one of them things. So, just to kind of work into your vocabulary and make sure when you talking to people, you do say, just establish this is in my opinion. I'm not speaking for you or for anybody else. In my opinion, or just to me, the way I see it. This is why people like, I believe this, that, the third, which, whatever else. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking for me and how I, so I'm just saying, again, man. You dig? Because at the end of the day, yeah, man, you got to survive. You feel me? At some point, you will find yourself by yourself. You feel me? And this is any age, any stage, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And again, just about like passion. Hey, man, there's only one thing you can do with a hard dick. A lot of women need to understand that about the divine masculine energy. I see it. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? When niggas, everything is starting to blend, and motherfuckers is starting to come to an understanding. Well, this is how you really get an understanding, because a lot of this shit is based in emotions and shit. But even with that, you can't deny the logic. That's how we got here in the first place, because you kind of can't deny the logic. And then when you do, then we're talking specifically about how you feel. And how you feel, that's your body, your makeup, your DNA. You know what I'm saying? There's a guy I follow or watch every now and then, Priceless Knowledge Yourself. Shout out to Priceless Knowledge Yourself. You know what I mean? And his channel and whatnot. I can't think of his actual name and shit. I confess I don't watch as much as I used to. But Priceless Knowledge Yourself, you know what I mean? He says, just because you were built like that don't mean you have to build like that. You know what I mean? I try to cite my references when I can. You know what I mean? I ain't too faded or folded or whatever else. And I really do respect these people. You know what I'm saying? Again, they helped me on my journey. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was a few dollars, this or whatever else, I kicked what I could. I shoot this nigga a super chat. Like I said, it was months, probably a year or so ago, or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's been so long, and I do my own thing. I was even doing my own thing then. And I didn't get on his channel and start watching his lives and shit like that. There's still no subscribers or this or what. Again, hey, I'm just now at like 1.6. Dude probably got thousands more than me. You know what I mean? And it was never about that. I do know Dolo the Pilot, man. Shout out to that nigga too. I watched a lot of that nigga shit when it was into astrology and this and that. Now the lane that he curved off in and how he pivot, and went off and whatever. That's him. He also do music and this or whatever else. A lot of people like his music and whatever else. That's him. You know what I mean? But shout out to these niggas. I learned a lot from them. Again, early morning pimping, man. OZ the Wizard. Shout out to me and Shmee, nigga. We need that. You know what I'm talking about? Even if you gotta hype your own self up. Hey, man, to all fire signs. Like I said, I just got a comment from my one partner, man. Hey, and I don't care if I overstep or whatever, man. That's what I do. I treat people like family until you identify yourself as otherwise. You know what I'm talking about? And again, coming with the spirit of love, man. Like I got this book, Shakti Mantras. I'm gonna share that with you too when I jump on my next little video. But in the Shakti mantras, it gives you a lot of mantras. And I mean, by mantras, I do mean like the sounds, Om. And here's a little secret with that. A lot of times when you meditate or just when you're doing that Om shit, like I got a tongue ring, you feel me? So I noticed that vibration. I peeped how it was dope. And it's a little easier for me to do because I can just use the tongue ring to connect the upper palate and the lower palate of my mouth. But do that shit like with your tongue. It becomes more of like a om instead of a om. But just moving your tongue up and down and making sure like use your tongue, which is you would usually think. I'm just saying, put your tongue on the upper palate of your mouth when you om. You know what I'm saying? And then there you go. And the more you do it out like oh, that affects more of the outer essence. So I don't know. I want to say you're putting it out there just to kind of short and sweet this shit, right? And the more you are, the more you hit that on the inside and you keep it on the end, that's more of triggering like a you thing. And you'll feel that vibration more and more like within you. You may even feel like in your sinuses. That's why I say use your tongue to connect your lower palate to your upper palate. But anyway, in the book, I'm sorry, I'm getting off subject. In the book, Shakti Mantras, it does mention something about the misuse of power. And again, connecting dots. And even though this is in this one book, speaking about this one thing, as I showed you in the book, and I keep trying to pull books out, but the kinds of power, I did many videos about that. Watch that shit. But the different kinds of power and how they interact and feed and breed one another. You know what I'm saying? Like reputation and influence. You know what I mean? The power of reputation lends and breeds the power of influence. The power of influence breeds reputation. This, that, and the third. You see what I'm saying? So again, just trying to say how you use power, it is up to you. But if you ain't in general, if you ain't like my cousin, I know some people who are going through, anyways, if you ain't speaking life, love, health into somebody, if you ain't talking good and nice and beautiful about a situation or something or whatever else, if you using your power in a negative way, then you use it in a negative way. Anything else is irrelevant. I mean, if you ain't using your power positive, everything else is either irrelevant or a misuse. A misuse is, and that's why it was in my mind. There we go. My bad. Let me correct that slip. A misuse is not positive or negative. It's just misuse. You could be using that shit back to logic. Now, how you feel is one thing, but back to the logic of it all is undeniable at this point. You know what I'm saying? We rolling through the fourth shit. Not that I'm gonna get into that too in my next video. All right, man. OZ the Wizard. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Take that for what it's worth, or comment on it, and we'll go a little deeper. But I'm out. I'm out. It was E.M.P. Early Morning Pimping. Thank you for being here, man. Thanks for rocking with us. We own this shit. 2026, man. You're gonna get a lot of OZ. Like, share, subscribe, or don't do none of that shit. Keep running, hiding, man. Help me grow my shit. You feel me? Let's get this cracking. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole society out here that got us fucked up. We're gonna win. No matter what, we are gonna win. You feel me? Graduated from the school of Get Her Done. Get Her Done University. I majored in by any means necessary. You feel me? Shout out to Big IRA. Nigga. I love you, bruh. I ain't forgot about you, fam. We ain't connected like we, you know what I'm saying, used to be, whatever else. But if you watch and you catch, man, holler at me. You feel me? Just had the OG over here. Big Red, I'd love to sit down and talk to you. We rap about whatever, man. Plus, this dude's January 29th, like my pops was. So I'm pretty sure the conversation is going to be one. Anyways, all right. I'm out, man. Get at your boy. I love y'all, man. Fuck with me.